Hi guys, welcome to another very exciting time. My name is George Asian and it's still a brand new year. It's a few days into the new year and we're still excited. How have you been faring? And if you are like me, you're looking at your goals. You are setting up goals, you're setting up plans. Today we're talking about the goal setting system that works. The goal setting system that works. And we want to look at a few things that people would not look at, in a traditional goal setting sense. I'm sure that you've heard of the SMART principle. So if you've taken any goal setting program, SMART is something that you know. Do you know what SMART is? Maybe I should just go over it. SMART is an acrostic for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Alright, so S is not just for specific. S also means your goals must be simple. Simple enough for you to understand. Simple enough for you to accept in your mind. Because if your mind does not accept that you can achieve that goal, you're not going to achieve the goal. S also stands for seeable. You're able to see it, or sight, for sight. So your goals should not just be written down. Writing is important, okay? But your goal should be seen. You should create models. What we call a vision board. You know what a vision board is? A vision board is a collection of the pictures of your future, where you want to go to, people you want to meet, things you want to achieve, cars you want to buy, toys you want to have. Make sure that you capture them, get pictures from magazines, from journal, from the internet, and then paste them on a board, place them on your wall, place them where you can see them. So you wake up in the morning and then you're seeing these things. So your goal S also speaks of your ability to see the goals that you want to achieve. So what goals you want to achieve in 2021? What goals you want to achieve this year? Whatever year you're watching this, what goals do you want to achieve? Make sure you get your eyes to see them. Because S also stands for the subconscious. Now, a lot of us do not realize that a lot of the things that happen in our life is as a result of the activation or the deactivation of our subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious is like a magnet. Call it a magnet. It attracts your desires. So you have a desire. You want to get a vehicle, a certain vehicle, maybe a BMW or a 2020 model of a Benz. I like Benz a lot. That is your desire. And you have a picture of it somewhere in your room or somewhere in your house. You know what the subconscious begins to do? The subconscious begins to make you spot, makes you see those kind of vehicles. Have you ever desired strongly a thing and then you notice that you're seeing the vehicle everywhere you go to? That is your subconscious at work. That's your reticular cortex at work. A part of your mind at work. Not as a conscious mind, the subconscious mind, the inner mind. And that mind also begins to help you to search for books, search for individuals, search for coaches, search for mentors. Makes you desire to develop skill sets, desire to develop knowledge, go to places, exposures, opportunities that will help you achieve that goal. What you're focusing mostly is on what you want to achieve specifically, because S stands for specific. You want to focus on specifically what you want to achieve, and once you're specific about that goal, forget about the how. The how will be figured out by your subconscious. A lot of us have not learned to activate our subconscious. To activate the subconscious, you want to be as specific can be. You want to be exact. The ultimate success formula is know exactly what you want. What do you want in life? What do you want to achieve? Where exactly do you want to go? How much do you want to have? Who do you want to be specifically? And then make it very simple, something your mind can accept. Then make sure that you transfer it from your conscious mind, having written it down, to your subconscious by putting around pictures of that future, by creating models. There are certain pastors, when they want to have a church building, you know what they're going to do? They will have this model of the building so that the church members can see. The more they see it, the more the subconscious mind is activated. People now see where they are going to, and resources are now made available to make that happen. Do the same thing for you. S stands for specific, S stands for simple, S stands for the subconscious. Now, X stands for sight. Now, you don't just want to see it, you want to say it. You don't just want to say it, you want to be as specific can be. You want to activate your subconscious. One way to activate your subconscious is to say your goals. To say your goals. Say those things you want to be, say those things you want to do, and say those things you want to have in 2021. Now let's go to the next one, M. M stands for measurable, right? What does it mean to be measurable? Now, it's not really a goal if you cannot measure how much progress you're making. It's not really a goal if you can't say, okay, in this quarter we did this. This is how far we have gone. This is what we have achieved. You should be able to measure how much progress you have made as you go along with those goals. So it should be measurable. Break down your goals to a workable lot. Break down your goals to bits and pieces, to achievable chunks that you can achieve over a period of time. That's what it means to be measurable. You know, M also stands for meaningful. The reason why a lot of us don't pursue the goals we're supposed to pursue is because those goals are not meaningful. Are they meaningful to you? The goals you choose to set, are they meaningful to you? What do they mean to you? So set goals that are meaningful. A stands for achievable. That is, whatever goals you want to achieve, make sure they are achievable. By that I mean that, do you have the capacity, do you have the wherewithal to achieve that goal? Do you have the knowledge, the skill sets, the contact, the resources to achieve that goal? You really need to make sure that whatever goals you set are achievable. Don't stretch yourself beyond your limits. Make sure that you have the capacity to achieve that goal, and you will. A also stands for all areas of your life. So you want to set goals, personal development goals. One of the things I encourage people to do is set personal development goals. What books do you want to have in this year? What certifications do you want to have? What skill sets, skill range, what materials do you want to get? What exposure, which mentor, which role model do you want to have in 2021? You need to set goals along those lines. If you're going to succeed this year, you've got to be deliberate about your personal development. Because your personal development is part of your personal mastery. Remember when we talked about personal mastery? We said that your personal mastery is a combination, or is the addition of your personal discovery and your personal development. And personal development is vital to your success. So set goals along personal development lines. You also want to set your goals, all areas of your life: spiritual goals, health goals, financial goals, family goals, relationship goals, all areas of your life. Your goals must cover all areas of your life, and they must be written down. M also, A stands for all areas of life. A also stands for as if now. Now pay attention. When you're setting your goals, make sure that you set your goals in present tense. I have, I am, I do, I make, I achieve, I go. That sound present, because you see, the subconscious is activated when you speak in present tense. So learn to do that as you set your goals in 2021. It's like a prayer, and it's very powerful, because I told you that, you see, your subconscious is like a search engine. What it does is that it begins to search for materials, your inner resources, networks, contacts that can help you achieve your goal. Number two, your subconscious also, like a magnet, it begins to attract similar circumstances, events, opportunities, and people like you. Number three, your subconscious is also like a sensor that rings an alarm, or notifies you, like a notification equipment on your inside that tells you about the right people. Your discernment becomes stronger. A lot of us don't pay attention to our subconscious, and so we lose out on a whole lot of things. Does it make sense? So say it as if now. Talk about your goals as if you are already achieving them. Talk about your 10-year goal as if you are doing them now. I achieve, I make, we make, whatever. Word, your phraseology should be in present tense. All right, so R stands for realistic. Of course, you cannot be the governor of Anambra if you're not from Anambra State, or if you're not Igbo. So be realistic in your goals. That's what R stands for. R also stands for responsible. Responsible means that whatever goals you are setting to achieve, what is the impact of those goals on people around you, on your family members. Because sometimes we can pursue a lot of stuff, and then we fail to realize that these things can have great impact on our children, on our wives, on our people. So what is the impact of that goal on your family members? So your goals have to be not just realistic, but also responsible. In neuro-linguistic programming, we call it ecology, the study of consequence. What's the consequences? What are the consequences of your goals? When you achieve those goals, what are the consequences on the people around you? Goals have to be responsible. And then T stands for time bound. The goals have to be time bound. It's not a goal. It is not a goal if there's no time. So a goal is a dream with a timeline. A goal is an idea with a timeline. So you really need to start thinking about your timeline. If you set any goal, put a timeline. If you set any goal, put a timeline. T also stands for tangible. Find a way to make your goals tangible. Like I talked about models. So you can see, you create a model. You have a model of the building you want, a real physical, actual model of the building you want to build, or the places you want to go to. You have a map, a picture of the map. Have things you can see, a vision board as it were, or actual models of the things you want to buy or the things you want to have. It's quite striking. Goals have to be tangible. Also, goals have to be towards what you want. T also stands for towards what you want. Now, you don't say, I want to terminate poverty. Poverty, the word poverty is a strong word. And when you say those words, your mind accepts the word poverty, and it comes with its attendant feelings and emotions and images. And so you want to be careful about the words, your phraseology in setting your goals, in writing and saying your goals. Don't use the word poverty. Instead of saying, I want to terminate poverty, you say, I become wealthier, I become richer in so and so dollars, in so and so naira, by so and so number of years. So, or by 2021. So by using the word wealthier, richer, that word is far better than using the word poverty. So take out the word, because wealth and riches is towards what you want. So we looked at SMART, and I tell you it's important that you pay attention to it, because we call it the SMART stuff. Be smart in your approach to setting your goals this year. Don't just think that you're going to achieve your goals without thinking of it being specific, it being measurable, it being attainable, achievable, all areas of your life, it being responsible and realistic, and it being time-bound, tangible, and towards what you want. What is the goal-setting program? Now, there are a lot of goal-setting programs. People have fantastic, and they're all very fantastic. I tell people to use anyone that works, all right? I use a lot of them. So as long, the bottom line is that you want to achieve the goals that you set. My mentor, one of my mentors, Dr. Mike Murdoch, says that success is all about goals. All else is commentary. And that's the idea. You want to achieve your goals, everything is commentary. So if that program you are doing, all right, helps you achieve your goal, fantastic. There are people who say have an overall goal, a singular goal for 10 years or 5 years, and then work from there. There are people who say their own goal setting program is have yearly goals, set yearly goals or 5-year goals. The people say have quarterly goals. Who tell you to do quarterly goals? Have quarterly goals. The people say have daily goals. There's a particular school of thought that tells you to set daily goals. Daily goals, and forget about the ultimate goal. Just have daily goals and make sure those goals are pushing you towards your picture and your dream at the back of your mind. And they give you a fantastic way to set your goals. Say, make sure you accomplish a minimum of 6 important things. And that is important. You need to differentiate between what's important and what is urgent. What is urgent is not necessarily what is important. You want to get to that point in your life where you identify important things and urgent things. And you want to focus on the important things, because the important things are the major things of your life. So what is important to you? And every day, what are the 6 things that are important to you? Arrange them in the order of priority and pursue them. Don't go to number 2 unless you finish number 1. Don't go to number 3 unless you finish number 2. Don't go to number 4 unless you finish number 3. Don't go to number 5 unless you finish number 4. And don't go to number 6 unless you finish number 5. If for whatever reason you have extras and you have a carryover, you cannot finish all of your daily activities. So let's say you have finished 4 and you have 5 and 6 remaining as the least priority for that day. Make sure that you carry over the 5 and 6 to the following day, and they should be number 1. So your number 5 becomes number 1 and number 6 becomes number 2. Irrespective of the urgency of the next day, the emergency of the next day, your number 5 and number 6 should be your number 1 and number 2. If you follow this powerful sequence over a period of time, you become more productive, more effective, and you achieve a whole lot. Now, this simple idea was done by Mary Kay. Mary Kay did the 6 formula principle for setting goals. A to-do list. She had a to-do list. She had a diary. How many of you have a diary? I have my diary here that contains my goals, that will contain my goals, especially my to-do list. And that is a strategy. It's a goal setting strategy that enables you to achieve results. Now, Brian Tracy is an amazing guy. A leader in the speaking industry. He says that you need to have a to-do list. A to-do list will enable you to be a lot more effective and efficient. And then, first of all, make a list of everything you want to do. They can be 21, they can be 22. Then from those large numbers of things you pick out the 6 most important things. Mary Kay Ash did that and became a very, very wealthy woman. 6 important things you want to do from that list, and put them in order of A, B, C, D. A being top priority, being the next top, and then on and on and on. And then in fact, he went on to say you can say A1, A2, because some can be very top, and they make them A1, A2, A3 until you get to the. But make sure that you don't move to B unless you've completed all of the A's, A1, A2, A3. So this is so important and very powerful. It will help you to become a lot more productive in your daily affairs. When you're done with the day, you can bring out your diary or bring out your journal and tick through everything that you have done. You have that sense of fulfillment, that sense of accomplishment, which now serves as a motivation for your following day. Following day will also be exciting. Doesn't matter what challenge you have, as long as you are stacking up those healthy memories and you are achieving great things, next day become better. Does it make sense to you? So setting goals, having a to-do list is very important. Now, there's some other people who come and tell you that even when you have your to-do list, it's also important that you think about the top 20% activities that is responsible or that will be responsible for your 80% results. Because according to Pareto's principle, 20% of the activities of your input is responsible for 80% of the result. So start thinking, what are the 20% activities I must be doing? What are 20% skills I must develop, or I must be pushing for to achieve my 80% result? Do a personal audit of what you did last year. What were those 20 activities that you did last year that was responsible for the 80% results that you got? And this is so striking. Striking because activity management is vital to your success. So people say have a to-do list. Have a to-do list. Some other people say, you know what, weekly, daily to-do list. Some people say, okay, have a weekly to-do list. All right, so what I do every week, like yesterday, beginning of a new week, was that I have a list of everything I want to accomplish from that day, from Sunday to the next Sunday. Everything I want to achieve, people I want to make, calls I want to make, I have everything listed. Be a listing person. I have prospects I want to list out, activities I want to do. I just make a list of everything I want to do, every single thing I want to do. And then I order my priorities. I make sure I have 6 major things I want to accomplish each of the days of the week, and I follow up through. So all of my daily goals will be leading to my weekly goals, and all of my weekly goals will be leading to my monthly goals, and all of my monthly goals will be leading to my quarterly goals, and all of my quarterly goals will be leading to my 6 months and a 1 year goal. So that's how it works. You've got to be a listing person. List things. Always list your, have a budget. In 2021 or whatever year you're watching this, make sure that you constantly are listing things. Have a budget, have a prospect list, have a budget list, have a list of people you want to speak to, list of skills you want to achieve, list of books, list of activities. Always have a listing things, and always find a way to prioritize them so that you're following an order and in priority. So this is important that you do if you're going to do so well in 2021. 2021 or whatever year you're watching this. I keep saying that, right? Whatever year you're watching, because some folks will watch this maybe next year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years from now. All right, so there's one other thing I want to talk about as we deal with goals. It's called the accountability partner action plan. Now, because human beings are naturally lazy, we find a way to become lackadaisical, to not be as active as we should. We need to have an accountability partner. Maybe your mentors can probably serve as an accountability partner. Your coach can serve as an accountability partner, or an ally or a strategic partner can also be an accountability partner. Who is an accountability partner? An accountability partner is someone who will hold you accountable for the accomplishment and for the execution of your goals, or rather for the execution and the accomplishment of your goals. He will hold you accountable. Ask about what you've done weekly. What are the targets that you set? Did you achieve those targets that you set? So you need to have an accountability partner. Who is your accountability partner? Someone that you can trust. Someone that will be a motivator, that will inspire you. Most likely your coach can be that accountability partner. Your friend, a good friend who wants you to do well and who is also pursuing his own goals and dreams can also be your accountability partner. Now, in the workbook, we have a space for that. And basically, we have the accountability partner's name. You want to put out a name. And so this person should be someone that you can meet. And then you also want to write your report post. What time and day, what days, how often do you want to meet your accountability partner? If the person is a friend, that means you're going to meet the person more often than not, maybe weekly or so. But if the person is a mentor coach because of his busy schedule, you also want to create time for that, where the person can look at what you want to do. Now, this workbook, the goal setting workbook, also enables you to have priorities for the quarter. What are your priorities for the quarter? I think we have 4 quarters. Is it 4 quarters? If you say a quarter is 4, that means that we have 3 quarters in a year. We have 3 quarters. So what are the top priorities you have for the first quarter of this year? You want to make a list of them. And the top priorities, make sure you achieve them. And then what are the objectives you have for each of the months of the quarter? And then how do you want to measure how much success you have? How much success you made? How much you want to make? How much you want to save? How much you want to invest? How many people do you want to reach out to? What are the goals you set? Let your accountability partner know them specifically, and that's why this person must be a trusted person, someone that will encourage you. So even if you don't achieve those goals, the person will be an encouragement. So we have a package, we have a plan where I can be your accountability partner. I put you in a Coach B accountability program. Now, the Coach B accountability program gives you a Coach B experience. For those who don't know what Coach B experience is, or what a Coach B experience is, a Coach B experience is someone who stretches you. Now, it's not going to tolerate some things from you. It's going to stretch you, push you, drive you to achieve the goals you really want to achieve. Some of us need to be tough. Not just on ourselves, we need one person to be tough on us. Some of us learn better when somebody's tough on us, when somebody stretches us. You'll never know how much you can accomplish until you're stretched. And you need that stretching experience, that stretching experience from a Coach B, and that can be given to you. And so if I become your accountability partner, which I truly can be, I will help you through. So if you want to be you want me to be your accountability partner, look up for any link, any Telegram link around here. I'm going to place it around, maybe in the comment section or somewhere around this work. I'll do that, and then you can click there and get to know more about how I can be your accountability partner and give you a Coach B experience. So that's basically that about listing things, the priority of listing things, and then accountability partners. I also want to say something about having 5-year goals, 10-year goals, 20-year goals. I mean, you really want to have those goals too, don't you? All right. So first of all, you want to have 5-year goals. I call them a dream list. Who are you in 5 years? Who are you in 5 years? Make a dream list. I am this, I am that. And then you also want to have a dream list of what do you do in 5 years? I do. Make a list of things you want to do. And I also want to have what do you have in 5 years? What are those things you have in 5 years? I have. Now you'll be amazed at how goal setting enables you to start to think. Now people don't think. because they don't set goals. And setting goals is not just about having them at the back of your head. Setting goals is about writing them down. Writing them down, thinking about it. And that's why the workbook helps you to think about those goals. Literally like praying, think, to strategize, to write down step-by-step processes and plans that will help you achieve your goals. And if you're not doing that, you need to do that. This year is going to be a great year, but you got to be deliberate. Success is not accidental. Success is very intentional. Stagnation is our choice. Progress is deliberate. If you want to deliberately move yourself from where you are to where you want to be, you want to write down in specific terms what you want to achieve. How would you know that you've achieved those goals if you don't write them down? How would you know? Right? So you want to start thinking along those lines and helping yourself. So guys, that's it about goal setting. This workbook will truly help you. And so there's a soft copy. Click on the link around and then you can get to order for the soft copy of the workbook. There's also a guide, an audio guide that helps you walk through the workbook. Now, the first thing that you notice about the workbook is that the workbook has what is called a personal audit, where you really sit down and assess yourself. There's some kind of assessment here, You assess yourself, how you're faring, where you are right now, where you want to go. You can see that from the assessment. And then we go into your personal development goals, your career goals, your financial goals, your health related goals, your investment goals, your spiritual goals, if you have spiritual goals, your relationship and family goals. What also list the areas of your life, your favorite areas of your life, hard lessons you've learned, experiences, things you're proud of, ways you want to help people, places you want to go, one thing you want to get better at, new things you want to try, and on and on and on. The work will guide you through the process and help you be all that you're supposed to be. So guys, that's the size of it. That is the goal setting system that works. So click on the Telegram group and then we'll see there and see and learn how you can become part of the Coach B accountability experience and program. Have a great time. God bless you.